shortly and observe a minute's silence in memory of those who lost their lives on that day and in support of all those in Omagh and its surrounds that were injured and affected by this tragedy. We remember all who suffered so tragically over the past 30 years.
Public address announcer did say that everybody at the same moment were thinking of the Mayer family and of course of the Rogers families. There are the two sides with just 3 changes in the Irish side from the side that played against South Africa and lost 33-0 at Loftus Versfeld. Dempsey comes in for Hickey on the wing. Bell for Wallace in the front row. Paul Wallace, of course, a British beat Ireland that day, and we have Christian Stewart in for Rousseau, Honeyball for Smith, Kempson for LaRue, and Bobby Skinstad is in for Andre Venter. A lot of those guys, of course, are sitting on the bench. Clayton Thomas from Wales is the referee this afternoon as South Africa try to equal the world record in terms of number of wins. That's Paddy Johns, the Irish captain, familiar to a lot of South African rugby fans. And with me this afternoon is, as usual, Uli Schmidt.
Dankie jou. Ja, dit kook al die afgelope 2 dae hier so in Dublin. Is 'n pragtige dag. Die wind waai so 'n bietjie van links na regs oor die veld en dit gaan versekerde invloed op hierdie wedstryd hê. Die veld is in 'n goeie kondisie en onder hierdie natuurlik hierdie hoofpaviljoen is daar 'n treinspoor. So elke nou en dan mag jy dalk geraas hoor. En die wedstryd het begin.
Eric Elwood with the start for nicely taken by Mark Andrews. The South Africans trying to get something on the go here. Ireland have competed well for this ball. Van der Westhuizen is right behind it, and Clayton Thomas awards a penalty to South Africa. The Irish forwards in there very quickly and very robustly. They said that this is going to be a physical confrontation, not dirty, but seriously physical, as Montgomery goes for the touch and finds it.
Die eerste perskonferensie het meneer Gatland gesê dit gaan baie fisies wees, maar hulle kan Suid-Afrika fisies aanvat. Hulle weet Suid-Afrika speel krag rugby en op die stadium Suid-Afrika wat dan ook nou baie meer voorspelbaar is as wat hulle 18 maande gelede was. En daarom kan ons ook maar weet dat hierdie vaste voorspelers mekaar goed gaan laat les op sê.
Dalton finds Otto to Kempson. Boot in. Dalton has to go back now. You'll notice that James Dalton's leg is heavily strapped, having pulled a hammy, and that's good play by the Irish, and they've won the put in at the scrum. James Dalton got up a little bit slowly there. There is serious concern about his physical condition. That's Christian Stewart. South Africa just trying to swing that Irish scrum a little bit. Ward comes off the side. That's not good tactics. Now he goes back in. Ireland holding it via Clehesi at the back. And now he has to play. Tackled by Van der Westhuizen immediately. Now have Ireland gone the wrong way, and this time it's a penalty for South Africa, preventing the ball from coming out. So it's Eric Elwood who hasn't found touch. It's well taken there by Stefan de Blanche. Erasmus. Honeyball, the long ball to Snyman, strong on his feet. Tackled by Ward. Elwood was also there. Van der Westhuizen, Erasmus. Good decision to hold on to the ball. Rousseau goes in to help. Van der Westhuizen again. Honeyball. Just beating Bishop to the bounce. The bounce favouring South Africa, and Ed Morrison has his flag up on this, right below us, in fact, on this grandstand side of the field. We're just on the other side of Ed Morrison as Keith Wood will get his first feed to the scrum. They've got Malcolm O'Kelly at 4. He's very tall. 2.03 meters. That's about 6'8". Paddy Johns at 2 in the scrum cap. As Wood waits for the signal, it's O'Kelly who goes very high. McGuinness now gives instructions to his forwards. Wood in possession at the back of the maul. Wood will come away. Dalton hoses him up. Wood gets away from him. This is a competitive player. Van der Westhuizen made the tackle. The Irish forwards try to drive it forward, and it's into touch. Well, that was a very strong run by Keith Wood. James Dalton and Wood have played against one another 5 times. Now it's Pieter-Steph and who's going to get a word, and it's Gary Teichmann who's involved. Just watch this as he gets to Van der Westhuizen. No, you didn't see it actually. It was a cutaway, but I felt that Wood had lifted his boot as Van der Westhuizen went for the tackle, but it's a very strong run by the Irish hooker. Dalton to feed the line out. Too high for Granata, but still Van der Westhuizen gets. Sees a little gap and Ward closes him down. Good falling on the ball, off the ball there by Van der Westhuizen. Now it's Andrews, Honeyball, looked to pass, then decided the Irish backs were up and close marking. This is Conor O'Shea. Back for it is Rousseau. Good covering by the Springbok left wing. Little bit of space here as he gets past the first man. Looking for Montgomery, but the Irish close him down. Still South African forwards managed to roll the ball forward. And there the South Africans caught in possession there. And a penalty to Ireland in a kickable position. The wind is at Ireland's backs. I say wind, it's actually just a bit of a breeze at the moment. They said it may get up in the second half. So it'll be Eric Elwood to go for the posts.
Ja, dit was 'n goeie tweede fase bal gewen deur die Springbokke. Maar dan 'n man in 'n semi-onkant posisie klap Stefan ter Blaas se hand af. Die bal het losgespat. Die Ire het besit afgeneem en van daar af die Springbokke wat nie op hulle voete gebly het nie. Hulle het op hulle knieë gegaan en daai bal probeer wen en daarvoor die strafskop. En die Ire het nie eens naaste by getwyfel nie. Hulle wil so gou as moontlik punte op die tellbord kry.
That's a great groan goes up from the crowd as Elwood launched that ball, and it was quite badly pulled to the left-hand side of the uprights. So it'll be Honeyball to restart from the 22. Well, that's a bit of a torpedo jumper kick that by Henry Honeyball, and just to see who what the touch judge says. Ed Morrison, and it's South Africa's ball. Just a touch on it by one of the Irish forwards. Mark Andrews, nicely taken. Paddy Johns competes. Van der Westhuizen, Honeyball's outside his 22, so he may take them on, but now it's Rousseau. So Ward is blown up for being too over-eager to get out onto Honeyball.
Honeyball, hy maak net seker. Natuurlik, hy lynstand was nog nie verby gewees nie. Eers die lynstand 'n meter oor die ingooi lyn beweeg, dan is die lynstand verby en daar om 'n bord wat onkant gegaan het.
Andrews, nice soft hands by Mark Andrews. This is Christian Stewart, runs into Dion O'Kinnigan. Van der Westhuizen, Honeyball, couldn't get it away first time, but Ireland were offside. Well, that's amazing. The referee's gone way over to the other side of the field, right into the centre spot. Van der Westhuizen quickly to Stewart on the inside. Good tackle by Ward. He's getting all over the place. It's picked up by Garvey. And lost forward by Garvey as the South Africans swarm again all over Andy Ward.
Ja, in retrospect, miskien nie die regte keuse deur Joost van der Westhuizen nie. Ek dink die Springbokke wil so gou as moontlik punte op die tellbord kry, dat hulle meer op hulle gemak kan wees en hulle natuurlike tipe van spel speel.
Well, the front rows on this side, Peter Klehesi and Robbie Kempson going very low. Klehesi playing in his 23rd test match today. Robbie Kempson his 10th. So Klehesi with a little bit more experience. Penalty against, I think it was possibly Bobby Skinstad on that side of the scrum, who knocked it out of the scrum half's hands. And that's a good touch finder by Eric Elwood.
Ja, hulle is die Springbokke wat die eerste helfte so half en half teen die wind speel. Voor die wedstryd het ek ook met hulle gepraat en gesê hulle sal verkies om teen die wind te speel eerste helfte sodat hulle saam met die wind tweede helfte kan speel.
So it's Kelly who goes high, McGuinness, Elwood, Bell, Ward. Beat off one or two tacklers, then Teichmann takes him down. Still Ireland drive the ball forward. McGuinness to O'Kinnigan. He's got plenty of pace. Dion O'Kinnigan, and eventually he's ankle tapped by Joost van der Westhuizen.
Ja, daar het ons Dion O'Kinnigan se spoed gesien. Hy het nie verniet vir Suid-Afrika gespeel in 7de kant nie. Op baie goeie vinnige tweede fase na die steelkant toe gespeel. O'Kinnigan is eers verby James Dalton en gelukkig vir Joost van der Westhuizen het hy net betyds sy voet geklap en vir Suid-Afrika geluk dat O'Kinnigan die bal vorentoe verloor het en Suid-Afrika kan weer asemhaal.
Well, Dion O'Kinnigan at school was a champion 400-meter runner back in Cape Town. So all you guys down at Rondebosch will know all about his pace.
Maar hier, het lyk of James Dalton nie lekker is nie. Het lyk of hy van die veld af gaan kom. Daai handspiersbesering van hom, die pla hom verseker. Hy het nog nie 'n gelukkige eerste helfte gehad nie. Duidelik kan ons sien daai spoed ontbreek. En Naka Droski sal verseker op die veld nou verskyn.
Well, eventually it was desperation by Van der Westhuizen, but Willie's quite right. You could see that James Dalton was struggling. Now down the short side, you cannot have that sort of thing in terms of your defensive lineup. Now they have to wait for Nakatrotsky to come on. Frans Verster confirms to Ed Morrison that Dalton is not right. Well, there was some sort of suspicion that he might just last 40 minutes, but he's lasted 10.
Ja, Suid-Afrika is in die gelukkige posisie dat Ollie Leroux ook aan haker speel as dit moet.
So Nakatrotsky wins his 13th test cap and is immediately into the action. Ireland managing to wield that scrum quite successfully. Van der Westhuizen taking the pressure off Honeyball. Penalty to South Africa.
Hier wat soveel as moontlik druk op die Suid-Afrikaanse span wil sit, maar in die proses baie onkant en hulle word gestraf daarvoor.
Useful clearance that by Percy Montgomery. It was the scrum half McGuinness who was offside. Good catch by Otto. Van der Westhuizen, Honeyball very flat. This is Andre Snyman. Every time he gets the ball, he gets through at least one tackle. Van der Westhuizen, there's room on the outside, but Drotsky tries to carry it up, but loses some ground. And Ireland offside in the back line again. Mags and Bell are blown up. Van der Westhuizen lost it forward. Well, Just will not be happy with that. Moving up, his 49th test match today, so this, if he plays next Saturday, will be only the second player ever to have played 50 tests for South Africa. Costello, McGuinness, O'Shea, good tackle by Honeyball. The Irish have not played against Henry Honeyball. McGuinness finds some space. He's well tackled on the short side. Bobby Skinstad is the man who goes offside and to ground to get the ball.
Bobby Skinstad, hy was nie ook op sy voete toe hy die bal gespeel het nie.
That's Pieter-Steph, the tight head prop.
Die eerste span, hulle is man vir man in die voorspelers omtrent 'n kilogram swaarder in Suid-Afrika. Dis min dat jy kry dat die opponente swaarder as ons manne is.
So Eric Elwood, who didn't have a very clean strike at his first attempt, has scored 254 points for Ireland, and that just shaves the upright. So still, after 19 minutes, there is no score. This is Honeyball. And up for it very quickly was Christian Stewart. He and Dion O'Kinnigan would have played for Western Province together. McGuinness gets it away now to Costello, who does well to find Klahesi. Now Bell, well tackled by Skinstad. Bell lays it back nicely for McGuinness. This is Johns, good tackle by Drotsky. South Africa trying to get the ball back. And this will be another opportunity for Eric Elwood. One had to feel that Paddy Johns was holding on to the ball there as the South Africans tried to get the ball back.
Ja nee, is helemaal korrek. Klahesi kom baie mooi deur. Dan gee hy vir Klahesi, dit was eers Costello. Wel, hardloop mooi met die bal, plaas die bal, vinnige tweede fase besit. Maar dan sien ons Paddy Johns, hy is totaal geïsoleer. Hy moes miskien die bal vroeër gelos het. En selfs hy nommer 3 van Ierland het ook ingespring daar, nie op sy voete gebly nie. Maar hoe dit ook al sê, hierdie reël 18, dit is veroorsaak baie probleme in die rugby.
So it's third time lucky for Eric Elwood as Ireland put the first points on the board. That's a good kick up into the wind by Honeyball. As well, in the southern hemisphere, that would be totally allowable. So the South Africans just having a little trouble in interpreting Clayton Thomas's interpretation of the laws. And it's Conor O'Shea who finds a good touch. O'Kinnigan, McGuinness to Bell. Bell is a strong, sturdy lad, 92 kilograms. McGuinness then just up in a kicking position. Elwood couldn't run that ball. This is to Blanche. And that's a nice clearance by Stefan to Blanche. As Dempsey, in fact it's not, it's Conor O'Shea with the boot ahead. Back for it is Andre Snyman. It was beautifully taken by him. Now he had to try and stand up in the tackle, but there were a lot of Irish jerseys around him. Van der Westhuizen, O'Kinnigan. Van der Westhuizen has him. Good tackle. Teichmann gets Bishop. So does Van der Westhuizen. It's picked up by O'Shea. McGuinness, Elwood, Ward. Good tackle that by Trainer Otto, picked up there by O'Kelly, now McGuinness to Costello. And another penalty to Ireland. The South Africans been penalised for not staying on their feet. So it's Elwood for touch.
Wel, het Suid-Afrika wat al die verdediging moet doen. Ierland wen elke bal omtrent. Hierdie keer is die verdediging beter, stop die man agter die voordeellyn. Maar dan weer eens ons Suid-Afrikaners wat nie op ons voete bly nie, word gestraf.
Well, this is a very good attacking position for Ireland. They've moved O'Kelly to the back of the line-out. He gets the Irish forwards going quite strongly, but South Africa with a good counter shove. Now can Ireland get the weight a little bit shifted? Comes to McGuinness, Elwood, Bell on the dummy run. A mix-up in the Irish backs as Elwood tries to recover the situation for Ireland. It comes back for McGuinness, and now it's Ward who shows an advantage allowed by the referee. Rousseau finds Honeyball. Van der Westhuizen, Erasmus tried to get away the Irish players miles offside. Now Clayton Thomas says there's no advantage, and they will scrum down with South Africa with the feed.
Ja, hy het baie voordeel toegelaat. Was eers van die voet af, miskien was daar nie 'n aanslaan geweest nie. Die skeieregter het gesien en daar is dit net naby die doellyn. Van die bal vorentoe verloor. Voordeel word gespeel vir Suid-Afrika, maar daar is nie genoeg spasie nie. Daar was nooit regtig voordeel geweest nie. Onnodig om die spel so lank te laat aangegaan het. En hulle word teruggeroep vir die scrum. Suid-Afrika het op die stadium glad geensins in die Ierse halfgebied kom. Dit wys jou net daar moet 'n sterk wind wees op die veld. Maar aan die ander kant moet hulle ook heeltyd verdedig. Balbesit, die blye probleem. Gesien teen Skotland dat hulle ook net 42% balbesit gehad het.
So Clayton Thomas penalising Justin Fitzpatrick, said you were driving in Montgomery. See Percy trying to say, come on guys, lift it, lift it, lift it. It's been a long, hard year for South African rugby test players. Drotsky, and now it's Honeyball. Stefan de Blanche is strongly held by Bell, taken on by Erasmus. Van der Westhuizen. Montgomery, nice reading of the play. This is Bobby Skinstad's scragged by O'Kinnigan. Skinstad has fallen well, but the ball goes to O'Kelly. He's got Wood on his outside. He tried to find Bishop, but couldn't. I think the better move would be to have gone to Wood, who's very powerful on his feet. The counter-attacking by Ireland is very alert. That's Justin Bishop, who scored his first try against South Africa in his first test in Bloemfontein.
Ja, nee, die kommunikasie tussen die voorspelers, die sal moet beter wees. Die bal kan nie net sommer so lospat vanuit 'n losgemaal nie. Amper het hulle 'n duur prys daarvoor betaal.
John T. Andrews, now that's huge interference at that line out. It was Paddy Johns on Mark Andrews.
Op elke lyn staan, kompeteer die Ire vir die bal.
And a safe touch finder by Henry Honeyball.
Kortlyn staan word gemaak deur die Springbokke. Die losvoorspelers die staan daar by die centers.
Mark Andrews has gone to the back of the line out. Kleino Otto at the front. It goes to Gary Teichmann. Good decoy play that by South Africa now. Paddy Johns is trying to play the ball in an offside position, and the referee penalises Clayton Thomas. That was actually... Now Wood gives gas, and he's a competitive player, Wood now. It's Peter Klahesi who's in the thick of things along with Johan Erasmus, and it's calmed down very quickly.
Ja, by elke perskonferensie was dit groot vraag geweest. Gaan daar 'n geveg uitbreek vandag?
So it'll be Connor O'Shea to get the play going again, as that little dust-up was very quickly settled down, and a good touch kick by Connor O'Shea. Well, Gary Teichmann's got his hands full with this referee. That's Paddy Johns, the Irish captain. Costello just gets a touch on it. Klahesi tidies up. Tackle from Bobby Skinstad. McGuinness, Elwood. Well, we were wondering when that up and under was going to come. Beautifully taken by Montgomery. And now watch this for pace. This is good play. Narkajowski gets the feed from a very good little dart there by Percy. Garvey feeds Van der Westhuizen. Honeyball. Just probing for ground, but down the throat of O'Shea. And that's gone into touch. Well, it's on the bounce. Everybody groaned because they thought it was going in on the full, but just fell short of the touchline. Well judged and well weighted by Connor O'Shea.
Ja nee, ek dink dit was meer geluk as wysheid geweest. Hy bal het verseker van sy voet afgeskil, maar dit het vir hom gewerk. Goed. Al die hakkers deesdae lyk sonder hare.
Nice jump by Crane Otto. Good ball in this by South Africa. Now the ruck is formed. Still Garvey tries to work it ahead. Erasmus goes in strongly. Van der Westhuizen, Honeyball. Ward and Elwood were the men who held him up. Now Van der Westhuizen just takes a peek to see where the defenders are. Montgomery, the charge down by Elwood, and it will be a comfortable tidying up. Well, in fact, it's gone over the dead ball line. That was good chasing by Maggs, the centre. Elwood with the charge down, and then Maggs gave chase.
Baie druk op die Suid-Afrikaanse agterlyn. Daar's nie spasie vir hulle om in te beweeg nie.
O'Kinnigan, nicely taken, well tackled by Andrews. O'Kinnigan has fallen nicely for the Irish. McGuinness, Elwood, Maggs. Held up by Christian Stewart and by Andre Snyman in centre field. McGuinness feeding it up to Fitzpatrick. Ireland forwards working well together. McGuinness getting plenty of possession. Now it's McGuinness again, just a little probe, but that's far too far. Great roar, and the referee anticipating that Montgomery would make a mark, because the roar of the crowd could easily have deafened the referee to Montgomery's call. That's not out. O'Kinnigan will get back for it. He's got plenty of pace, O'Kinnigan. The South Africans have fanned out. That's a bit too far. Back for it is Teichmann. Nicely taken. He's got a bit of space. Gets past O'Kinnigan. Then past O'Kelly, but not past his opposite skipper. Now it's picked up by Skinstad. Crane Otto in close attention. Van der Westhuizen. That's a good little probe, because Montgomery has given chase. Connor O'Shea is there, but Montgomery goes too high. Then Trotsky quickly onto Van der Westhuizen. Now Peter Rousseau. Now there's an opening. Erasmus could go over under the boat.
wys jy net hoe goed is hierdie Suid-Afrikaanse span. Baie druk opgesit. Die Ire kan nie wegkom nie. Bal wat afgeneem word. En dit was al reeds onkant gewees, 'n strafskop. En pragtig sien Rassie Erasmus die gaping. En hy het genoeg spoed. En dit wys jy net hierdie Suid-Afrikaanse span. Hulle kan baie druk absorbeer. Maar as die kans om voordoen, dan gebruik hulle dit. En hulle druk dan die eerste 3 van hierdie wedstryd. Naka Drotsky ook baie goed gedoen. Baie vinnig by die afbreekpunt. Hulle wen hierdie tweede fase bal. En Rassie Erasmus, daar sien ons, hy het genoeg spoed. Niemand gaan vir hom vang nie.
And the conversion is successful by Percy Montgomery. So after just over half an hour, South Africa now the lead. It's good work by Van der Westhuizen. He realized that he was needed to loosen up the ball. Then, look at that, little dummy, little shimmy by Erasmus, and he has the pace to get away from Ward. Elwood with a restart. That's a good kickoff. But nicely taken by Kreinhardt, a little knock on as he went to ground. It's a big scrum by South Africa. Really, what happened there?
Wel, Suid-Afrika het gedoen wat 'n mens moet doen. Hulle het vorentoe gegaan. Hulle het die Ire onder baie druk gesit. Die bal het agteruit gekom. Maar die skeieregter het so geskree op die Springbokke se losvoorspeler dat McGuinness vergeet het om na die bal te kyk. Gelukkig het Joos na hom gekyk. Hy het die bal vorentoe geskop toe die bal uitgekom het en hulle het 'n hele entjie veld gewen.
Wood to O'Kelly. His throw-in has been spot on this afternoon. Costello is in possession at the back. Now McGuinness. Those kicks are too far ahead. Montgomery has plenty of time. In fact, it's Stefan Tablanche who does a nice little bit of footwork. Plenty of pace. He scored 4 tries in his opening test match. Look at the space he's found here. Montgomery looks for support. Teichmann was up, but the pass was a bit low for him. Great breakout that by Stefan Tablanche. The Irish kicks ahead of giving the South African back 3 plenty of time to open up.
Ja, dit ding was weer na 4-3 wat hy gedruk het in die eerste toets in Bloemfontein. Klop 3 manne. En ongelukkig Gary Teichmann wat nie daai bal kon raakvang nie.
Costello gets away from Erasmus's tackle, not from Teichmann's. McGuinness, quick feed up to Wood, but he runs into Honeyball. That was a great tackle by the South African fly half. Elwood, Mags, Conor O'Shea is there. Snyman has Mags, Snyman has the ball as well. That was great defense by Andre Snyman, the South African centre. Garvey, Drotsky and Kempson against Fitzpatrick, Wood and Clacy.
En hierdie keer was dit Garvey wat heeltemal na binnekant toe ingesak het. Hy val sommer aan hierdie kant van die skram.
Westhuizen and Honeyball, dummy run by Stewart. Pieter-Steph well tackled by Mags. And it's a penalty to Ireland. As the South Africans again, now at half-time they've got to address this problem. Because Clayton Thomas is being very, very strict on them, staying on their feet when the ball goes to ground.
Nou, hierdie bal het baie vinnig uit die skram uitgekom, maar glad nie 'n goeie beweging nie. Die Ire het hierdie beweging totaal gelees. Arme Rousseau is totaal geïsoleerd geweest. Hy het verkeerd geval, die bal nie dadelik geplaas nie en daarvoor dan ook die strafskop. En hier naby die doellyn, naby hulle eie pale, Is dit glad nie 'n goeie beweging gewees nie, miskien 'n oordeelsfout.
And Eric Elwood adds another 3 points. That was his 4th penalty kick at goal. But still South Africa lead by 7 points to 6. They've been under a lot of pressure in this half, had to do plenty of tackling. Hardly any injury time, and the kick hasn't gone far enough for the South Africans. Now the South Africans, remember, will turn with the breeze at their backs, and so will be reasonably happy with a 7 to 6 lead, if it is indeed such at half-time. McGuinness, Elwood, and a nasty bounce that for Montgomery, and Ireland have a line out deep in South Africa's territory, but remember it is South Africa's throw-in, but turning the South African forwards around.
Ja, nee, van die Ierse mense het gedink Percy Montgomery die bal geraak voordat hy oor die kantlyn gehardloop het.
So an important throw this is for Narkodrotsky, as Mark Andrews is the only man in the line out. Kempson and Garvey in support, beautifully taken by Andrews. South Africa in control, but Ireland drive back at them, and that's for South Africa. We're in possession, and they had to have used or infringed the laws to have got the ball back.
Ja, wat 'n mens nie alles sal doen naby jou doelgebied om 'n 3 te kry nie.
Well, Honeyball's taken that play 5 meters outside. We'll just see that again. See the referee indicating that the Irish were using their hands in getting that ball back.
Ja, die bal op die grond, manne gebind voor die bal. Dis 'n los skram. As jy die hande gebruik, sit hande in die skram. Dis strafbaar.
Drano Otto cleanly down for Robbie Kempson. Garvey in support as well. Good, there's a good maul by South Africa. Teichmann hanging off the maul. Gets through for first tackle. South African forwards go in there quickly. Bobby Skinstad is hanging off. Garvey tries to get it back. Now it's Drotsky. Van der Westhuizen, Honeyball. Bishop in weight. He's got Conor O'Shea in support. Bishop decided to go on his own. Gets it back to Kinnigan, who's held up in the tackle well by Peter Rousseau and by Rassie Erasmus. And South Africa get the put in, which is almost on the stroke of half-time. They've got plenty of space on this side of the field from which Van der Westhuizen could utilize.
Ja, en hulle kan maar gerus bietjie meer op Bishop skop. Lyk my as Bishop die bal kry. Weet hy nie wat hy met daardie bal te maak nie. Vorige 3 was ook sy skuld gewees. Hierdie keer weer eens besluitloos Bishop, wat julle nou daarso sien. Gooi die bal in 'n man wat in 'n swakker posisie as hy was, en daarop met die Springbokke besit afgeneem.
Well, Jake White just on the field there giving Gary Teichmann some instructions. Jake White, whose wife threw a birthday party for her 2 sons, Clinton aged 7 and Wesley 3 this afternoon. We hope you enjoyed your birthday party. Talking about birthdays, it's also Frick de Pree's birthday today.
Ja, baie geluk Frick.
Baie geluk Frick. See the possession there for Ireland, a huge amount to them, but a chance here for Honeyball to attack. South Africa have a set move. This is Snyman, he's lost it forward. Good defense there by Maggs, who's a very strong tackler. Snyman tried to hold him off, and in the process lost possession of the ball. So Ireland's defense has been good. Just the one slip in midfield when Rassie Erasmus got through. It's another strong scrum by South Africa. You see how they've wheeled it. Now McGuinness is standing off the scrum. Costello had to play. Tried to find the space, but was pulled down by Skinstad. McGuinness waits for the ball. This is Wood. Gets away from Garvey, but not the other South African foot. Kano Otto, who made the tackle. And once again, Clayton Thomas penalises South Africa for not staying on their feet. Well, they're a bit bemused by some of the referee's decisions.
Nou, daar sien ons waar Hoed seer gekry het. 'n Hele paar Suid-Afrikaners het bo op hom geval, maar nêrens kan mens enigstens gemeene of vuil spel sien nie. As hy en ons manne wil vashardloop, moet hy maar die konsekwensies daarvan dra.
Well, Keith Wood complaining that somebody was standing on him, but he's not one to talk, so they should get on with the game. And another clean kick by Eric Elwood. We must be getting very close to half-time now. Could be the last set piece of the half as the forwards move to help O'Kelly. Brings it down for Fitzpatrick, then to Klahesi, then to Costello. He can't make any ground. He's well tackled by Erasmus. McGuinness, bit of space here for Elwood. But O'Kinnigan is wrapped up. Ward gets rid of Brodski. Falls well. Now it's McGuinness. Wood goes on his own. Well tackled by Otto. So a chance here in the dying seconds of the first half, maybe for Eric Elwood. You see Paddy Johns just going over and asking the referee how much time left. He says 2 minutes. And so Paddy Johns decides that Eric Elwood, for the first time in the game, will go for posts.
Hulle Ire wen baie vinnige tweede fase besit. Kadrowski wat miskien nie so goed verdedig daar nie, maar tog die man stuit. Word het op die grond geval en daar sien ons van Mark Andrews. Hy trek die man en die man het nog nie die bal opgetel nie. Jy mag nie iemand speel as hy nie die bal het nie. En daar voor die strafskop.
Well, it's another good-looking strike by Eric Elwood. But just again, just slightly awry on a skew, not crossing over the crossbar is what I finally want to say. Honeyball. Elwood back for it. McGuinness in support. Elwood can't go for touch. Now it's Pieter-Steph with a chance to counter-attack. He's seen some space. He tried to get it over the top. There's a Snyman. Rousseau, Stewart, Teichmann, good pass for Erasmus. He tries to find Mark Andrews and Rousseau goes back, pops it up for Van der Westhuizen, who finds Andrews. Rousseau is there. Now they're pulling him in. Why they penalise that? This is Percy Montgomery. Erasmus finds Christian Stewart. Can't get past Bell. Van der Westhuizen, there's space here for Montgomery as he finds Teichmann, who finds Pieter-Steph, who's got Skinstad on his inside, but it was too late. No, says Ed Morrison. He finds Stefan de Blanche, and unfortunately the ball went forward. And a very promising move for South Africa breaks down as Clayton Thomas says it is half-time. Well, it's a half in which Ireland have done most of the attacking because they've had most of the possession. South Africa have used their scant opportunities very well. The question is, can Ireland keep up this pace? South Africa try by Erasmus, converted by Montgomery, lead from the referee from Wales, Clayton Thomas. Great support for Ireland. Also a fair amount of South African support around the field as the ball is taken by Wood. He drives it up well. McGuinness. Costello. By Teichmann. Bell. Nice catch by Van der Westhuizen. Beautiful anticipation by him. That's a good pass to Skinstad. As South African forwards drive it forward, Van der Westhuizen is there. Honeyball looks on the outside for Snyman. He takes Bell and Max to bring him down. But Ireland have done well. And South Africa still retain the put in at the scrum. Well, Andre Snyman committing both the Irish centres there, but they managed to prevent South Africa from getting the ball out. Now it's Montgomery with some space here as he finds Rousseau, and Ward tackles him. Van der Westhuizen was going like a train on the inside. Teichmann tries to work it back. Van der Westhuizen, Honeyball. The Irish backs line very, very flat. Now it's Stewart who goes at Bell, gets away from him, but not from Elwood. Van der Westhuizen decides to use Skinstad. The little pop to Montgomery, and Ireland are offside. Well, pressure from South Africa right from the start. Now it'll be interesting to see what Gary Teichmann decides to do here. That he said go for the posts, and I think that's the right decision. It'll be Percy Montgomery's just his second place kick for goal this afternoon.
Tweede fase besit. Christian Stewart bring die bal terug na die voorspelers toe. Joost van der Westhuizen baie vinnig daar saam met Bobby Skinstad. Maar daar was die Ire al reeds onkant gewees en hulle word teruggeroep vir die strafskop.
Well, Peter Klehesi was just using his own man in Keith Wood as a stepping stone to try and get to the ball there. Percy Montgomery has kicked it over.
Hier in die Springbokke se doelgebied sien ons Andre Venter is besig om op te warm.
Well, there you see the South African flags and the South African beanie. Some delighted fans. There's a big screen here at Lansdowne Road as well, so they were aware. Great jump there by Mark Andrews. He's isolated himself a little bit, but now it's Garvey who goes crashing through the middle. Wood makes the tackle. Van der Westhuizen, Erasmus. Then Trotsky comes in. Now Van der Westhuizen. Good catch by Garvey. But that's what Uli Schmidt said. The retention of the ball in the tackle is not good by the Springboks. It was out on the full by the Irish player. So Ed Morrison has his flag up just inside the South African half. That's the least cap player. That's Girvan Dempsey. Trotsky, the only replacement on the field so far. That was for James Dalton. Beautiful jump by Otto. See how flat Honeyball is. He's found some space. There was a little bit of an argument in midfield there as the Irish backs. Look at Skinstad. He's away. Bobby! Bobby Skinstad is going to do it! Bobby, you beauty!
Ja, het wys jou net dat Suid-Afrika goeie balbesit kry. Henry Honeyball het die bal baie mooi gevat, vanuit die lyn staan. Pragtig spring aan die lyn staan, kry nou Otto, vat die bal baie plat, kom deur die eerste lyn van verdediging, vinnige tweede fase besit, word uitgegee na Skinstad, hy is deur die gaping, en Conor O'Shea het nie geweet aan watter kant hy verby is nie. Pragtige voetwerk, pragtige vaart. deur Bobby Skinstad.
Well, Deon O'Kinnigan said that he was the best athlete he had ever played rugby with, as Percy Montgomery adds the extra 2 points. Bobby Skinstad playing in just his 9th test cap this afternoon and 5 tries to his name. That's a good kick-off by Elwood, but again, Mark Andrews was very strong. Now Costello drives into the referee. McGuinness will get. And it's Fitzpatrick. He's jumped on by Kempson. Just van der Westhuizen just indicating to Ed Morrison that he thought that Ireland were holding on to the ball, but the referee is quite right. Irish scrum with good attacking options here. Costello has stayed off the back of the scrum. South Africa pushing them back. Van der Westhuizen reads it well. Here goes Skinstad again. He has great pace. Has Bobby Skinstad. Looks for support. Honeyball finds him. Van der Westhuizen. Unbelievable! Unbelievable. Just Van der Westhuizen has scored in 9 out of 10 test matches now.
Ja, dis waar die probleem begin het vir Ierland. Swak bal vanuit die skram. Bobby Skinstad raap die bal op. Hy wen baie veld met al sy spoed en dan kom ons kyk na die aansluiting, ondersteunende spel. Lem gooi na binnekant toe, vind vir Joost van der Westhuizen. En Joost van der Westhuizen, hy druk in elke wedstryd 'n 3.
Well, if in the background you can hear the South African supporters going with ole, 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 ole as Percy Montgomery adds the extra 2. Well, what a turnaround. We've just had 7 minutes in the first half and the game has turned around completely. Ireland could hold their heads high after half-time, but look at this. Look at the pass from Honeyball. Van der Westhuizen, as he so often does, up in support. Great catch. Wonderful try by the Springboks. And now Crano Otto barges forwards. The cracks are starting to appear as the Springboks turn up the gas. This is Erasmus. Little flip for Van der Westhuizen. Stefan de Blanche is well held by Andy Ward. And de Blanche is penalised for holding on. Good defence that by the Irish flank forward, as Elwood now decides to go for touch. And Montgomery was a little slow to get across there, but in any event, Elwood has found his touch. This is a good attacking opportunity for Ireland. Can they turn it into points?
Daniel het baie seer gekry die laaste 10 minute net na die eerste helfte. Ewe skielik die telling van 7-6 na 24-6. Maar hier het hulle geleentheid om terug te kom in hierdie prentjie.
To back to Costello, who makes a good catch as Johns tries to swirl it around. South African defenders pile in, and the referee has given again for the umpteenth time has given a penalty against South Africa for going off their feet. There's deafening noise here at Lansdowne Road as Paddy Johns decides to take the scrum.
That's a groot steelkant.
Now Costello has got to play this ball as he drives the line. He's held up well by Skinstad and by Van der Westhuizen, who's always in the thick of things on defence. Now it's fed back by McGuinness, then Wood is held up, and Wood is over for the try.
Wat hy 3 verdien in hierdie Ierse pak voorspelers, dan is dit Keith Wood. Pragtig klop hy daar vir Rob Kempson. Gaan na die binnekant toe en sy spoed en krag die dra vir hom oor. blote feit dat hy hard gewerk het in die scrum net voor daai fase. Dit maak dit nog soveel beter vir hom. Maar daar kan ons duidelik sien, hy is oor die doellyn en hy sal baie bly wees. Dit sal weer 'n bietjie moed gee vir hierdie Ierse span.
So Eric Elwood, who tries to add the extra 2 points and does so successfully. Way back in 1912, and we see this again. See how strong Wood is on the run. Quite clear the referee is well positioned and a well-worked try for the very competitive Keith Wood. South Africa start making their changes. Andre Venter comes on along with Ollie Leroux.
So gewoonlik is dit Gawie wat afgaan, Ollie Leroux wat opkom en Kempson wat oorskuif na die vaskop. Maar vandag sal Ollie Leroux vir Robbie Kempson vervang.
A good performance by Mark Andrews as he gets an ovation from the crowd. Well, Andre Venter is a high-impact player, and that's what Nick Mallett wants him to do. Plenty of pace, plenty of power. As O'Kelly goes up high and makes a very good catch. Ireland have found new heart from that try. They work this ball. O'Kelly goes again. Now South Africa come away with the ball. Erasmus finds Honeyball, but Bell is very strong in the tackle. Then it was Garvey who fed it up. This is now Christian Stewart looking for support. It's not quite there, but now the South Africans get there. This is Narkodrotsky. Honeyball goes in very hard. Van der Westhuizen runs into Wood, who's like a brick wall. Now Monty finds a bit of a mix-up there by the South Africans, and the referee said the pass was forward.
Springbokke wat besit afgeneem het. Christian Stewart wat ver gehardloop het met die bal. Joost van der Westhuizen wat 'n baie harde stamp gekry daar so in die broodmandjie, en dan Percy Montgomery wat die bal gooi na een van sy manne wat die bal aanslaan.
McGuinness gets it away to Elwood. And Bishop going very quickly, but now the crowd cheer, but Ireland have given away the ball. Elwood just turning the forwards around. We said that the South Africans were looking just a little bit jaded after such a hard year of Test rugby. But that tactic really shows that the appreciation of ball possession is not quite there. Ireland looking to make a substitution, and it is Reggie Corrigan who was on the side of the field. And it looks like he will replace shortly Justin Fitzpatrick. Good jump by Otto, well cleaned up by this captain Teichmann, as Venter does exactly what Mallett wanted him to do. Drives it forward together with Ollie Leroux, the two new fresh players on the field. Now that's Jeremy Davidson, who was one of the stars of the British Lions tour of South Africa last year. And he and Reggie Corrigan look ready and set to take the field. That's Reggie Corrigan, the reserve front ranker. And Jeremy Davidson will take over from O'Kelly.
Maar intussen tyd Ollie Leroux wat ook 'n bietjie aandag gekry het by die Springbokke se spandokter. Suid-Afrika wat die bal in die scrum sal ingooi. Goeie scrum deur die Springbokke.
Honeyball. He was outside his 22 and has found the touch. Well, it was a well-judged kick by Henry Honeyball. He didn't really have much else to do, but out of that defensive position.
Ja, nee, Henry Honeyball het 'n baie mooi skop geskop en dit is interessant om te weet dat hy glad nie gespeel het in Suid-Afrika hierdie jaar teen die Ierse span nie. En ek dink hulle besef dit ook nou as hulle vashardloop in sy plettervatte.
Wood finding Johns. McGuinness. Another charge down by Van der Westhuizen. He looked for somebody to pop it up to. It was Garvey who was there. Honeyball finding a little bit of space. South Africans in there very quickly. Venter got it away to LaRue, who pulls it to ground. Now South Africa produced the ball for Erasmus. The flick back to Teichmann. Now the flick up, Honeyball, couldn't find Drotsky. And South Africa once again losing the retention of the ball in that phase of the play.
Ja, mens kan duidelik sien die Springbokke is bietjie meer op hulle gemak as mens kyk na al daardie vaardighede. Maar kom ons kyk eers weer na daai afstorm van Joost van der Westhuizen. McGuinness gee vir hom redelik spasie, maar Joost van der Westhuizen is natuurlik soos altyd baie vinnig daar. Hy besef dis die beste opsie om op die bal te val vir een van sy ondersteunende spelers te gee wat aangehardloop kom. Die ander opsie was natuurlik om die bal vorentoe te dribbel. Maar ek dink daai was die beter opsie gewees. Hulle wen dan weer besit. En dit is waar die klein aanslaan plaasgevind het. Maar die Springbokke speel baie beter as in die eerste helfte. Dadelik ook die druk in die skram, die Ire wat op die agtervoet geplaas word.
McGuinness, O'Connor hasn't had too much to do. Connor O'Shea. Now Montgomery finds Otto, who finds Teichmann. Strong run by the South African captain. Now it's Andre Venter. Lays the ball back. Van der Westhuizen. Honeyball finding just a little bit of space. There's no way the referee can say, well, he's finally given the whistle. If the guys are offside, he's got to award a penalty. He can't say get onside to the Irish players. If they're offside, it's got to be a penalty. It is now. And Teichmann has decided to go for the posts.
Dit is waar Clou Hessie die bal vastgehou het. Hy het nie vir Honeyball die kans gegee om die bal te plaas nie. Maar in elk geval ook al reeds 'n strafskop gewees vir die onkant, soos jy gesê het. Al het die skeieregter dit nie gewys nie.
So it's a good kick by Percy Montgomery, and 12 points of the 27 are his. Great concentration and method by Elwood on his kickoffs as Otto got it down to Teichmann. Now Andre Venter, Van der Westhuizen, Drotsky, and it's a beautiful take there by Erasmus, and it was forward and the ref picked it up.
Ja, dit was baie ongelukkig geweest. Drotsky het goed gedoen, hy het in die spasie ingehardloop, 2 manne op hom self getrek en toe die bal vir Johan Erasmus gegee, maar ongelukkig vorentoe. Skeieregter wat baie in die spelers sin vashardloop.
Well, when the referee's whistle blows, the guys must stop pushing.
Come on,
Well, I hope that the South African lads could understand that. McGuinness finding Elwood. Bell. Max came on the run. Good tackle by Andre Snyman onto Dempsey.
Wel, dit was die beweging wat Wallace gedoen het, wat die Suid-Afrikaners elke keer onkant betrap het. Maar hierdie keer die Springbokke wat dit mooi lees. Duikie man agter die voordeellyn. En Johan Erasmus wat baie vinnig daar was, maar ongelukkig toe hy die bal voor die skop hom uit. Dis 'n aspek waar Ierland baie goed in is die lynstaande.
It's nicely played by Costello. Now Bell, held up by Honeyball. As Uli was saying, the Irish haven't encountered Henry Honeyball before. Elwood taking the short side. Then the hoist. Montgomery is underneath it. It's beautifully taken. He's had a good game at fullback as Percy Montgomery. As Ireland hacked the ball ahead. Van der Westhuizen was there. And then I think that Wood went into Van der Westhuizen with the boot. Johns and Andre Fenter are at close quarters. It's quite interesting that the referee is calling the Irish players by their Christian names and the South African players by their positions. Now watch Wood here on Van der Westhuizen. There's Van der Westhuizen. Watch now.
Real 26 oortreding.
Well, he says you don't want him to send him off, but he is the most abrasive player on the field. There's no question of doubt about that.
Eerst van der Westhuizen wat reeds sy ribbe seer gemaak het in die eerste helfte. Toe hy van die veld afgeloop het, het hy reeds ys gehad op hy ribbekas vir hom en nou het hy 'n baie harde stamp in die rug gekry natuurlik. Die niere sit op daarso.
Well, Jus van der Westhuizen has now scored 9 tries in 11 test matches, which for an international scrum half is a remarkable record.
Wood het 'n geel kaart gekry vir sy straf.
Honeyball.
Moet my hoed afhaal vir Percy Montgomery. Hy het nog elke hoë bal vandag baie goed gevang. Hy het natuurlik ook besef dat hy baie up en anders gaan kry vandag.
Jotsky finding it was Skinstad that time. Van der Westhuizen. Now it's Rousseau who will give chase and just bouncing infield, which was, or into touch, which was unfortunate for South Africa. That ball must bounce inwards. See, Van der Westhuizen still has a problem with his back. So it's Jeremy Davidson who went the highest. Penalty to Ireland for the South Africans coming around the side of the maul. Well, this is ridiculous, really. This is absolutely ridiculous. Well, a bit of indiscipline ultimately by the South Africans. O'Shea finding touch as we move into the last 20 minutes of the game. South Africa leading by 27 points to 13. Wood again to Davidson, but he's having a problem finding him. Now Honeyball drives it forward. Garvey and Klahesi are going to have a word, because Garvey wasn't within 3 meters of the ball. Now it's Peter. Listen, Peter, come here.
Ja, uit vir Garvey. Speel die man sonder die bal.
Ireland not getting nearly as much clean ball as they did in the first half, but Klahesi does well. He's a big, powerful lad, is the Irish number 8, McGuinness. Now it's Bell, the referee allowing advantage, and Andre Fenter was offside. Quickly taken by McGuinness. Bit of space here for Ireland as Wood. It's Mags. He's well tackled by Van der Westhuizen. Skinstad was also there. Picked up by Davidson. Now Kinnigan. Tackled by Montgomery. Davidson drives in hard. Now Wood drives in. Now it's Elwood. Elwood finding a bit of space, but Fenter takes him down. The referee waiting for advantage. Bell to Wood. Good tackle by Snyman. Interception by Oli LaRue. Penalty to Ireland. South Africa offside. They'll want to go with this quickly. McGuinness is there. Bishop is there as well. Bishop gets. Good tackle by Skinstad. Ireland desperately trying to get this ball back for their centres as he dummies, then gets it to Wood, who has the sole Irish try. Another penalty to Ireland, hands in by South Africa. There's Bedlam at Lansdowne Road. And now Paddy Johns has decided to take the scrum.
Ja nee, ek weet nie wie probeer die hardste om vir die Ierlande 3 te gee, die toeskouers of die spelers of die skeieregter nie. Maar hoe dit ook al sê, die Springbokke gaan hier naby hulle doellyn skram. Dit was 'n strafskop gewees, blykbaar vir hande in die loskram.
Well, there hasn't been too much injury time, and now the crowd don't like the fact that one of the South Africans have gone down. And this was continuous pressure by Ireland. Look at that, Andre Fenter had Wood covered.
En daai strafskop dan nou teen Naka Drotsky, hy het die bal aan Ierland se kant gespeel.
Now the crowd will their team on to greater heights. Trying to get a second shove on. And Peter Costello, the referee's been talking. No, it was LaRue. He was penalised. Johns goes quickly. Is brought to ground. McGuinness in front. Wood goes again. Good tackle that time by LaRue. The referee waiting for advantage. McGuinness, Elwood, Bell. Superb tackle that by Teichmann. And Ireland still bash away at the South African line. McGuinness for Wood, who tries to take on all the men. Their men are plenty on the outside. Ireland must move the ball wide. Now South Africa's defences have regrouped. And it's another penalty to Ireland. Must be getting very close to the penalty try situation. Adrian Garvey, the man who has pointed out. Now what does Paddy Johns decide? Another scrum. But Wood made a mistake there. There were plenty of Irish on the outside, and he should have moved the ball wide. Big scrum this by South Africa. They've put a bit of pressure on the Irish pack. Ireland have consolidated. Costello goes again. Teichmann drags him down. Costello, Davidson. In fact, it wasn't Davidson. It was Corrigan who went for the line. McGuinness again. Digs for the ball. Now it's Elwood. Bell is through. What does the referee say? No, he's short. He's short, and still Ireland try to attack. The This is great defense by South Africa. That is magnificent defense by the South African team.
Ja nee, ek moet met jou saamstem. Beter as dit sal jy nie kry nie. Hulle het al hierdie druk geabsorbeer tot Ierland 'n fout gemaak het. En nou kan hulle die bal in die skram ingooi. Dit is die Springbokke.
Free kick for South Africa. Now there's a punch-up going on here between Corrigan and Adrian Garvey. Well, they said that there could easily be a punch-up. The atmosphere has been absolutely electric, and finally it's unfortunate to see that this game has been at flashpoint for the entire afternoon. Very competitive. Well, Garvey chases after Corrigan. Let's hear what the referee has to say. So they both get a yellow card, and South Africa still get the penalty. Corrigan was seen to throw the first punch as it's cleared by Honeyball, and South Africa have defended their line courageously for those 5 minutes. You heard the referee saying there's 7 minutes left. Nicely taken by Skinstad. Van der Westhuizen. Honeyball is very flat. Locks up Elwood. Now it's Erasmus. Scored the first South African try. Leroux gets it to Venter, who finds Van der Westhuizen. Good ball retention by South Africa as Drotsky fees Skinstad, who gets away from Paddy Johns. Now it's Teichmann. Skinstad. Erasmus keeps it tight. Gets past Wood. Van der Westhuizen. The kick ahead, and Montgomery gives chase. Work here for Conor O'Shea as he belts it downfield. It's Rousseau, and it's a South African who is down. Andre Venter it was who got an elbow. It was almost as if, well, it's also O'Connor. It was a little bit late that by Andre Venter. I think Andre Venter was the guy who came off worst. Well, he shouldn't have made contact there with Conor O'Shea. Jim Fleming, sorry Julie.
Dit was ongelukkig geweest. Andre Venter het nie bedoel nie, maar ongelukkig per ongeluk met sy kop in O'Shea vasgehardloop. Maar die skeieregter bepaal dit was nie aspres geweest nie, ook nie baie gevaarlik nie, so lekker aangaan met die lyn staan.
Nice jump by Teichmann. See how South Africa move the way to that maul as Garvey fed Skinstad. Now it's Honeyball. The little dab ahead, and that has stayed. No, it hasn't. It's gone out again. But turning the Irish forwards around it at this stage of the game at 27-13. They're just keeping the pressure up. Ireland very, very difficult to attack from here. They need to take the ball in the line out and maul it up. Otherwise, Elwood will just kick it out, and South Africa will still be on attack. Wood, his throw in at the line out has been excellent. And a penalty to South Africa. Now it's decision time for Gary Teichmann. Well, back in 1912, South Africa beat Ireland 38-0 at Lansdowne Road, scoring 10 tries and 4 were converted. Using today's scoring method, that would have been 58-0.
Ja, die Springbokke wil 3 druk. Hulle skop uit hier na by die doellyn.
Good tactics that by Teichmann.
telling in Junie was 37-13.
Well, the referee says the ball wasn't straight, and so Ireland will get the put in at the scrum.
Ja, nee, hierdie skeieregters hier in die noordelike hemisfeer, hulle laat hulle self geld.
McGuinness. Well, Ireland not gaining a lot of ground there. Still South Africa keep up the pressure. It will be Narkodrotsky to feed the line out.
Steeds baie naby in die doellyn.
They've shortened it up a bit.
Andre Venter, hy kry 'n kans om sy skoenrieme vas te maak. Van die Springbokke nou haas uit die hoed uitrit. Laaste 3 voor die einde van die wedstryd.
So it's Andre Venter who takes Van der Westhuizen. Beautiful pass for Honeyball. Snyman, Honeyball again, finding a bit of space. Christian Stewart trying to find Pieter-Steph, but it's taken by Johan Erasmus and then driven on by Van der Westhuizen. Now can South Africa get this ball back? No, says the referee. South Africa was knocked forward in the tackle, says Clayton Thomas, and so Ireland get the advantage. But still the pressure is on the halfbacks of Ireland to get them out of there. O'Shea is also deep inside his own in-goal area. It will be Van der Westhuizen who will put on the pressure. Watch, there he goes. And O'Shea has not, yes he has, he's found his touch. But still South Africa remain in the Irish half.
Keith Hood, hy sal een van die dae net so hard wees so Sean Fitzpatrick in Suid-Afrika as hy so aanhou.
Venter again, Van der Westhuizen. Well, I thought he had looked like for a moment he had controlled it well. Just a little knock-on. A little knock-on. A knock-on is a knock-on. And Ireland now have a better chance of getting back into South African territory.
Die wedstryd sal onthou word vir die eerste 10 minute na die tweede helfte, waar die Springbokke sulke briljante spel gespeel het.
Costello, held by Erasmus, then by Teichmann. McGuinness, fed up to the replacement front ranker, Reggie Corrigan. South Africa penalised again for going down. McGuinness finds Elwood. See how he slows up as he passes the ball. Elwood stops the continuity all the time. But here we go. Jeremy Davidson, well held by Skinstad. McGuinness. That ball was out. And so it's another penalty. Hurst agrees with the referee that he was offside. Elwood. And Ed Morrison has his flag up about 7 meters outside the South African try line.
Keith Hood is seer, hy's hinkepink daar na die lyn staan toe. En as hy wat die bal op gaan moet ingooi. Miskien hulle laaste kans om punte aan te teken, dis nou Ierland.
Wood to Paddy Johns. for McGuinness. Bobby Skinstad, great hands. Look at this for pace. He's getting away from the winger now to Blanche. Finds Drotsky, who's tackled by Ward. Now, must let the ball go as Venter feeds Honeyball. Stewart, Snyman, Erasmus, Rousseau. Space here for Rousseau. He finds Adrian Garvey. The green jerseys en masse. Bell makes a good tackle on to Blanche. South Africa must get this ball back. And she goes in. Now it's Garvey. Tries to find Honeyball. Couldn't get the ball loose. Garvey is penalised again by Clayton Thomas. Well, Ross Nesdale is for Keith Wood, and Keith Wood is limping off the field. He certainly gives his all, does Keith Wood. There he goes. James Donaldson would be pleased to see that. And there could be a replacement here. Ollie LaRue is already on the field. And so Robbie Kempson is allowed back onto the field because it's a front ranker injury. There can't be more than about 2 minutes left in the game. Now, very slow that by these Irish, but Bell holds it. Then Lem drags him down and wins the ball. The referee waiting for advantage. I think, in our opinion, actually, it's a very poor performance by Clayton Thomas.
Ja, belangrijk vir enige skeieregter om objektief te wees en konsekwent met sy beslissings te wees en verseker nie vandag nie.
Montgomery couldn't get it away to Peter Rousseau. It was Elwood who came across very, very quickly that time. So he shows he has got some pace. But one of the flaws in his technique is that he stops when he passes the ball. Across there too was O'Shea. The tackle on Costello, and he knocked it on. Well, all the South African backs talking amongst themselves. They gathered in very quickly, so they will have a set-piece move on the go here. Teichmann may well come away with the ball from the back. No, Van der Westhuizen to Honeyball. Stewart, Rousseau stays up in the tackle very nicely. Now it's Erasmus up to the Irish 22. Van der Westhuizen, Honeyball, Skinstad to Blanche. Look where he is from the right wing in midfield. South Africa have lost it for him. The referee says, let's play advantage. It doesn't look like there will be too much to Ireland here. McGuinness finding on the outside Mags. That's a lovely pass. Here we go on the inside there to Dempsey. Dempsey driven back in the tackle. Erasmus again prominent. So was Christian Stewart. Elwood has nowhere to go. He just gives it to Corrigan, which was the right decision. And finally, Clayton Thomas says that that is the end of the game. So as Uli Schmidt said, it was that burst at the start of the second half that really got South Africa going. Penalty after 3 minutes in the second half made it 10 points to 6. Then that little 3-minute burst where South Africa played absolutely magnificently. A try by Skinstad, a try by Van der Westhuizen, both converted by Monty. Monty added another penalty at the end. Willie Schmidt, what do you think of that?
Wel, die algemene indruk van hierdie wedstryd was maar dat dit nie baie mooi netjiese wedstryd was nie. Baie balle wat verloor is in die verdediging. Dit was 'n so tipe van 'n wedstryd wat nie regtig ritme kon gekry het nie. Die Springbokke het baie goed verdedig. Hulle druk baie mooi hanteer